coming in with your Sid. First of all, Swedish. I mean,
Speria. 1996.
96. 96.
96. They all had exactly the same setup as that, with a cassette player and a CD player. But I've kept a retro look, but I've updated this, but I've kept it as Clarion.
Yeah.
Saab and
That's what they had as.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Updated to try and be as discreet as possible.
So the last 1996 car I drove was my VW T4 camper van. That compared to this was very primitive. Very primitive. How many miles have we got on the clock?
We've got, it's just run in, it's 180,000.
Ah,
Nice.
So,
okay. So yeah, only just run in. However, the gearbox is only just run in, I understand.
Gearbox number 13 is, yes.
Gearbox
Number what?
Number 13.
Wow.
How long has this gearbox been in service?
5 years.
Oh, it's done well then.
It's done
really well.
But I haven't done many miles, so it has.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Have you done many track days with this gearbox?
I've done 2 track days with this gearbox.
Yeah.
Very successful.
Good.
RAF Marham in Norfolk.
Nice. Okay.
And I still don't know my car's top speed.
Perhaps you could try and get the speedo calibrated so the kilometres per hour are actually miles per hour, because then you could go 220 miles per hour.
You could do, yeah. Yeah.
Saab as well is famously linked to aircraft engineers. Is that right?
That's
Aircraft engineer. Is it aircraft, or they
started out as an aircraft engineers.
Okay.
Yeah, they built aircraft.
And so a lot of their inspiration when styling their cars was to do with flow. Am I thinking of like airflow, how the air flows over the car, looking aerodynamic and sleek?
So finding this particular one at the right price, in the right colour, I had to go down to Southampton to get it. The test drive with the serving police officer in that passenger seat telling me to boot it was quite an experience.
So he said, put your foot down.
He knows all the back roads.
Don't worry, I'm a policeman, we'll be fine.
Yeah, and from the first time I booted it in second, it was mine.
Yeah. So this has been tuned by, did you say Saab Flight?
Saab Flight tuner.
Saab
Yeah.
Flight. Who are the specialist tuners? Which goes back to the whole understated thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, oh. So you need to talk us through some of this, Mark, because I'm going to go to the very first thing that I've seen, which is this AccuSump.
Yes.
Now, we noticed this at our meet, and I was trying to explain to you what these do. And am I right in thinking they compensate for any sort of slosh you get in the oil pan if you were to go around a corner?
Yes.
They
yeah,
push oil into the engine to stop any sort of oil starvation?
yeah, broadly speaking, that's exactly what it is.
Okay. Do you know how they work? Because I don't quite understand how they work.
I know how it works, but explaining how this simple thing works, everybody just goes... Imagine it as like a glorified syringe.
Yeah.
Where pressure equalises, and you've got an air pressure there already charged, so the piston is down there.
Okay.
And it's got, what, 20 psi. You run the engine up, oil pressure pushes this syringe back, and it's ready to fire it back into the oil gallery when you're going around a corner, namely right-handed corners.
Yeah.
Where, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this is not my first engine.
Oh, is it not?
Yeah, that's why I've got that.
Right. I can't remember the proper name for when all the oil sloshes to one side.
Oil
and
surge.
Oil surge. That's
Yeah.
the word. That's the word I'm looking for.
The
Never come
biggest
to me.
feature-
I read about these in Practical Performance Car because they did a feature on these, and like you say, it's kind of like a reserve oil tank which is pressure triggered. So
Yeah.
when it senses somehow that the oil pressure drops, it injects that extra bit of oil in there, and then when it comes back, the oil can come back in. Am I right? Is that pretty much how it works?
Yeah, it's charged by the engine's own oil pump.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
So this is the rather standard looking TD04,
TD04.
which all the magic happens inside.
It's the inlet or the turbine manifold. Is that like a T2 style? Is it 4 bolt T2 or T3?
4 bolt, yeah.
Yeah, because my TD04 is that weird kind of triangular 3 bolt that you get on the Imprezas. It's
Oh, yeah, yeah.
yeah, which is quite annoying because it makes it restrictive for aftermarket turbos. But anyway, let's not talk about that.
The block, the head, the cams, everything in there is standard. There's no need to go forged.
What about the injectors? Did you need to upgrade them at all?
The injectors are bigger. Bosch Green Giants 465cc. 3-bar map sensor. Got the top there. Bigger intercooler.
What's the maximum boost pressure? You said it's unrestricted, so
It's unrestricted.
so it's only restricted by the engine.
Is what the engine can actually
produce. Which
Although
I'm guessing is
I've,
quite a lot.
I've turned it down a bit because having gearboxes replaced as a consumable item gets a bit expensive after
I
a
can
while.
imagine.
So I've turned it down. It's now about 1.6, 1.7 bar, depending on temperature and everything.
Yeah.
But you can imagine the fun you'd have at 2.1 bar.
Yeah. Bigger intercooler. Did it have to be custom built, or is that something that you can that's available to buy
At the time,
Starflight? Or
at the time you could buy this readily.
uh-huh.
This particular one was made by Abbott Racing
Right.
in Essex. They're on special order now
Right.
because the cars are now getting of the classic age.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's on HAZZARDRETROS. Common.
Yep.
Just over here. Now, anyone local to the Ashford area will also know that Hoffield Common is
Yeah.
okay.
A surprise.
I'm just going to recompose myself. Hoffield Common over there, famous as a local dogging spot. Bit of useless info there. You might want to put that in the video, Greg. You might not. You might want to keep that bit of information to yourself. Use it for your own personal benefit.
Brakes are good too.
Yes. Bloody. Greg's just.
Man, what is happening with your shit? What is happening with your shit? Oh my god!
I'll have to pull over for that.
Help!
Open the door.
Does he let me out? Ah, there we are. Do you know, I thought that was Greg pushing against me.
Oh really?
No!
I thought,
That's hilarious, man.
oh no, Greg's just face planted the seat.
No, I can't. I'm just always like this.
So anyway,
At some point
is that
I
another
thought
quirk
it was
of the
real,
Saab
man.
9000?
I've just
That it-
discovered that.
That it tries to squash your passenger if you put your brakes on. Jeez, I know I need to lose weight, but there's other ways to tell me, you know? Yeah.
I'm losing you. It's going in front.
So what's the aim of this car? Is to have it as luxury as possible, but
Almost.
to make the most of the performance and enjoy some track days. So it's something that's a good all-rounder.
That's that. Yeah, it is a good all-rounder. It started off as an all-rounder in the first place. Fast.
Yeah.
All-rounder. But I wanted to move around quickly, enjoy a few track days, which it does really well. Drive home at the end of the day. It's fast. economical. It can carry big loads. It's great fun to drive. You could do track days in it.
Yeah.
And the most important quality in the car, it's invisible.
Yeah.
Nobody knows or understands what this car is.
Stealth.
Stealth is the key.
The amount of people that must get taken by surprise by this car, you know, in modern performance cars, you probably wouldn't look twice at this until you embarrass them on the performance side of things. Would you say?
In this current spec, I've had, but the best ones are E39 M5.
Yeah.
On acceleration.
Yeah.
Had a good tussle with a VXR8.
Wow.
The supercharged version. I lost to an E60 M5, but not by as much as what you'd expect.
Yeah.
That was only 20 miles per hour, don't worry. Don't confuse yourself. Yeah! Hey! Hey! What the f was that, man? That was... meant my ears.
Did you get the pop? Going the other way?
Hell yeah, and my ears too. Pop! That was fast, not quick. That was fast. I don't know about you. How you feel inside, but...
I'm feeling pretty damn good. Do you know, I was saying to Mark, to have this car, should we get out the tunnel? Because I'm just conscious it's dark in here and people probably can't see. It's understated. This car is so understated, and the power it has, it's addictive. If I had this car, I would be flooring it all the time. Because that turbo comes in and it's like, whoa, it bangs you back in the seat. It's nice.
How much we can find really, one of these?
Because they're so understated, they're a reasonable price, aren't they?
They're ridiculously cheap now.
Yeah.
You can pick one of these up in a reasonable condition for 500-600 quid.
What?
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Greg.
Yeah.
You're putting ideas in Greg's head now.
But for the Aero model,
this is an Aero.
This is the Aero model.
What was the difference in spec for an Aero? What made it that little bit more?
It had 25 horsepower over all of the other models.
Yeah.
It had a TD04 15T turbo.
Right.
To give it that extra 25 and a large but flat torque line.
Yeah, that torque line, I can feel that. And you've had a modified turbo put on this, haven't you? A hybrid.
This is Saab Flight's own secret recipe TD04 hybrid.
Yeah.
It's like a standard TD04, only you've turned it up to 11.
Yeah.
It drives everything that the standard TD04 is, but it's more on every single level.
It's nice, it pulls hard. I think we need to organise, when I get my Beetle on the road, I keep saying this, and it's a little bit like during the war, I feel like Uncle Albert, but when I get my Beetle on the road, everyone, Project Jackbug, my mate Stan is done.
Yeah, I'm talking about this one.
Yeah, this will be the radiator for the turbo. This will be the radiator for the charge cooler. I'd quite like to do a track day, so we might have to organise a HAZZARD track day. All of us book some sessions at Lidden or RAF Marham. I think an RAF track day is better because there's less things to hit.
Was it?
That was literally, you stopped within 10 metres. I would say that's definitely 10 metres from the bridge, isn't it? I can get a little bit tail happy if you. So we're going to do a little brake demonstration just to show the capabilities of these. I'm surprised the rear wheels don't lift off the ground, to be honest. It's kind of how it feels, especially when you've got the seat trying to squash it. Yes. Bloody. Greg's just...
Man, What is happening with your seat? What do you think? I told you. Man! What the?
So, first things first. That stopped way more sooner than I thought.
That was a bang on 60 miles.
Was it? That was
Man.
literally, you stopped within 10 metres. I would say that's definitely 10 metres from the bridge, isn't it? Secondly, I think I know why your brakes are dusty.
Oh, did you find the other quirk?
There seems to be sparks are flying.
Man, that's...
Did you see all the sparks?
Yeah, that was
all the little bits
crazy.
of iron coming off.
It's quite impressive, isn't it?
Yeah. So there we have it. Mark's Saab 9000 Aero. A real wolf in sheep's clothing, I think. Would you agree?
Oh yeah.
This is going to push the price of Saabs up immensely. Once people have seen this video, everyone's going to want one. I know I want one. Do you want one?
Yep. No.
I'm going to be looking on. I'm going to be looking on.
Me too.
Yeah.
When I'm going home.
How much can I get a Saab 9000 for? Anyway, thank you to Mark for showing us this car. It is a real understated tarmac terrorist. Completely agree. This car is a real, what's the word? It has left me a bit speechless. You just don't expect a car like this to perform the way it does. It's really understated and I love it. Sleeper is just not doing it justice. This is more than a sleeper. This is fantastic. I love this car. So thank you again to Mark for showing us this car. I've had a fantastic time doing this. This has been a real nice evening. Thank you for tuning in to Hazzard again, and make sure you click the like and subscribe, ring the bell, make sure you see all of our updates. Follow us on Facebook, Hazzard spelt with 2 Z's, HAZZ. Follow us on Instagram, got the name. Follow us on Instagram at HAZZARDRETROS, and also make sure you have a look at our online shop on Teespring where you can buy your own Hazzard t-shirts. This is one of the designs. There's other designs available. Greg and I are going to be working on some more designs as well, just to have a little bit more variety available. But any sort of purchases you make on there will help Greg and I to invest more into our equipment and make even better videos. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye bye.